Who gave the public the aux cord? Because everyone's blasting the same pick tonight, and we've seen how that ends. If you're tired of sweating blowouts and want to outsmart the books, welcome to Split Labs, where we cook up hot takes and spicier bets. Let's dive into the Wings Liberty line and see if the books are setting a trap or serving up free money. Welcome back to Split Labs, where the data's always sharp, the picks are spicy, and the takes, yeah, they're louder than the Liberty's fan section. Smash that like, subscribe for daily WNBA and MLB betting content, and hit the bell so you never miss a split that could make your week. As always, if you want the full board or up-to-date data right before tip-off, head over to splitlabs.net. Use code YouTube for 50% off your first month, because honestly, why aren't you betting with the best data in the game? All right, enough warm-up. Let's get into tonight's featured matchup. We're talking about this Dallas Wings versus New York Liberty game. You'd think Liberty -9 is the lock of the century, right? 85% of bets are on New York to cover. 70% of the money is there too. But you know what happens when everyone is on one side? Let me hit you with a stat. In the last 3 weeks, double-digit favorites in the WNBA have covered just 42% of the time. So before you grab your pitchfork and bet the farm, ask yourself, are you betting with your brain or just following the crowd? Moving over to the money line. Everyone and their grandma is on Liberty ML. The line is juiced to -480. Dallas plus 350. Look, I'm not telling you to light your cash on fire, but if you love chaos, Wings ML is how you get it. There's a lot of money piling in on New York tonight, and the books have priced this line right where you'd expect for a team that's definitely talented, but far from unbeatable. Let's not kid ourselves. The Liberty just bounded back from a double-digit loss to the Sun, and before that, they got stunned by the Lynx, the Wings, and the Sparks, all within the last 2 weeks. So if you're hearing talk about New York running through the easy teams, pump the brakes. They've been anything but automatic against weaker competition lately. Slit. Now check out the total split. 63% of bets on the over 175. But 61% of money is also there, which tells you the squares and the sharps are lining up together. But here's the plot twist. Don't let the Liberty's highlight reels fool you. They've only cleared tonight's 175 total in 2 of their last 12 games. The defense is solid, but it's not lights out. They let the Wings, Lynx, and Sparks all put up 90+ just last week. So while everyone's hammering the over, recent history says it's way more coin flippy than you think. So are we about to get another snooze fest or a track meet? All right, let's cut through the noise and get to the good stuff. What's the move tonight? Here's where it gets interesting. Dallas just pulled off a big trade. They shipped out Dejanay Carrington, a key defensive stopper, to the Lynx and brought in Diamond Miller and Carly Samuelson. That shakes up their rotation. Suddenly, you've got a team with a little more shooting, a lot of youth, and nothing to lose. Add in Paige Bueckers lighting it up since the All-Star break, and I'm seeing potential chaos energy. Let's not forget, Dallas beat New York just last week behind Arike Ogunbowale's ridiculous 14-assist game. So while the Liberty are the clear favorites, this is not a cruise control spot. Especially after they just got dropped by the Sun and lost 3 of their last 5. So here's where betting it. Under 175. These teams have cleared 175 only twice in the Liberty's last dozen games. Dallas tends to slow the pace when they're shorthanded, and Liberty aren't dropping 100 every night. With everyone pounding the over, I'm zigging to the under. And then honestly, I'm staying away from the spread. Dallas just flipped their whole roster vibe with the Carrington trade, adding some young pieces and shooters, but nobody, including the odds makers, really knows what this new-look wing squad will be tonight. You could get a spark, you could get a mess. On the other side, New York's the heavy favorite, but let's be real, their recent form has been shaky. Trusting them to cover a big number against a wildcard Dallas team, that feels like betting blind. So for me, I'm not touching the side until we see what these Wings actually look like with their new additions. Sometimes, the sharpest bet is no bet.
Real quick, if you're into breakdowns like this, you'll love what we've got going on at splitlabs.net. We track public betting splits across every sport. NBA, MLB, NFL, you name it. plus matchup insights, team rankings, and even prop predictors to help you spot edges before the lines move. This isn't just picks. It's the same data the books are using to set prices, and we make it easy to read and actually use. You can try it free for 7 days, and if you like it, use code YouTube for 50% off your first month. No BS, no sportsbook affiliation, just clean, transparent data for smarter betting. All right, back to the breakdown.
All right, let's wrap it up with our final matchup of the night, Indiana Fever versus LA Sparks. This one's a late tip, and the market is tight. Indiana's coming in as a slight favorite at -1.5, but let's be real, this isn't as simple as the splits make it look. First off, 86% of the money, 78% of the bets, all on Indiana. On the spread, Fever are pulling about 2/3 of the cash. And if you're eyeing the total, 60% of the money is on the under 177.5. The public has picked their side, and it's Indiana and the under all day. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Caitlin Clark is still out. I'm sure this isn't news to you. You'd think the Fever would collapse, but they've actually gone on a 5-game heater. Aaliyah Boston has been a monster, putting up 15 and 11 every night, racking up double-doubles like it's nothing. Natasha Howard has found her groove too. She just dropped 21 on Seattle. And don't sleep on Sophie Cunningham. She's been cooking since July and adding that needed spark. Their depth has quietly become a story, with Ari McDonald and Chloe Bibby stepping up off the bench. But don't write off LA. The Sparks have won 6 of their last 7 and are making a legit playoff push. Dearica Hamby is doing it all, just had a 27-point game-winner performance. Azura Stevens is finally healthy and is putting up big numbers. And Kelsey Plum is dropping dimes left and right. But here's the catch. LA's been better on the road. At home, they're just 3-9 this year. That's not a misprint. So what's the move? I'm on Sparks ML. The entire world is backing Indiana, but the books aren't flinching. That's all you need to know. This is a spot where you want to be on the lonely side, and tonight, that's LA. Dearica Hamby and the Sparks are live dogs, and I'm grabbing them at plus money to spoil the party. That wraps up the slate. If you're looking for a little edge, ride with the Sparks ML tonight. Fade the crowd, trust the line, and let's go get it. If you want the full WNBA board and all of our data and line movement, hit up splitlabs.net and make sure you use promo code YouTube. Drop your bets and hottest takes in the comments, hit that like and subscribe for more Split Labs breakdowns, and follow @SplitLabs on Twitter and Instagram for all the splits and last-minute moves. Let's cash together.